Jai Baba, Chapter 18. We must understand that all throughout his life, Baba suffered immensely from asthma, constipation, and intestinal issues. He never complained, but the pain and discomfort would often be so gripping that those who were near him would start to cry, and then in turn, he would comfort them by saying that his Fakir knew best, so it would be best to keep calm. He would console and convince them that he would recover soon. Once his dear disciple began to weep on seeing Baba's state, and Baba told him, "Oh Raghu, why are you crying? Nothing has happened to me. Do not worry, I will be better shortly." Though the pain and discomfort was extreme, Baba would go about his prayers, chanting, begging, meeting and blessing all those who came to him. For constipation, he would make some broth with the leaves of sonamukhi and other herbs and drink it, and maybe due to his sense of humor, he would convince others to drink the broth along with him. For conjunctivitis, he would make a paste of black pepper and apply the paste in his eyes. We must understand that Baba's body was exhausted. His body was sick. Therefore, he decided that either he should leave the battered body for good or the body needed to be healed. And thus, Baba resorted to an ancient yogic technique of healing the body by leaving the body. Yes, there was no guarantee of him returning. This technique worked both the ways. Either the inhabitant would pass over or then come back to the body relatively healthier. In the early hours of the fourth day, just before dawn, Baba's breathing commenced. His stomach showed the movement of inhalation and exhalation, and after a while he whispered, "Allah Malik," opened his eyes and smiled. He stretched his body as though awakening from a long slumber, and then slowly sat up. Then Baba embraced Malsapati, Tatya and Shama. Malsapati began to weep, and the word spread that Baba had returned to his body. All of Shirdi rejoiced, and those who were in their houses ran out to see the miracle and to meet their temperamental Fakir. After a while, when the people had returned to their homes, Malsapati asked Baba as to the significance of the 3-day Samadhi. "Malsa, my body was battered. My body was plagued with physical discomfort and also with the pain that is caused due to taking on the karmic baggage of my lovers and followers. If I have to work out the karma of my people, I have to pay the price too, Bhagat. I was so tired that I just wanted to go back home, but Allah had other plans. My friend and brother, Gadadhar, whom the world knows as Ramakrishna Paramahansa, had also decided to leave his body. His work was not finished, but his body was too ravaged. He was also physically exhausted and mentally fatigued. He wanted to merge back with Ma Kali, and so did I. Only one of us could, so I decided to return to my body and let my friend and brother continue his journey into Ma. One day later, the newspapers published the heartbreaking news of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa taking Samadhi in Calcutta on the 16th of August 1886. Anyway, the young British doctor came back to Masjid-i only to find Baba smoking his children. The poor man nearly passed out. He turned towards his fellow officers and then looked at Baba, who smiled, and the doctor gasped in disbelief as he saw his Lord and Master Jesus Christ in Baba Sai. He said, like my Christ, Baba too has resurrected after 3 days. You all do not know how fortunate you are to be living so close to him. Saying this, he bowed to Baba and left. For the rest of his life, the young doctor would narrate this fascinating miracle to one and all, and with love and devotion would say, I have seen Christ risen again in the form of Sai Baba of Shirdi. Baba's name and fame began to grow far and wide with this resurrection. Baba still had a lot of time to himself and time to spend with his followers. Then Das Ganu, a devotee of Baba, went all around the country and began to sing songs in praise of Baba Sai. Then slowly but gradually, from 1908, 10 years before Baba left his physical body forever, the flow of devotees began and increased in all earnest. Sometimes on a single day there would be a few thousand devotees who came to get Baba's blessings or even a glance of him. On Urus and other special occasions, 70,000 and more people gathered to get a glimpse of Baba Sai. He remained the same. His schedule remained the same. As I have said before, Baba did not take well to change. The year 1908 is well ahead of our sweet story. We shall continue with what happened next after Baba returned to his body in the next chapter. Peace be to all. All hail Sai Baba of Shirdi. Jai Sai.